Hello, welcome to another Let's Talk Cars special. Now, before we get started, I want to say that yes, season 5 is still happening. A lot of crazy stuff has happened since December, and so yeah, episode 2 is on its way sometime in June. I'm very sorry about that. But right now, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this. Another abandoned car. Let's take a look. Also, before we actually get started here, I do want to say that this one spot on the road is just the gift that keeps on giving. That's because maybe like 1,000 feet down that way is where we found the red Mustang a little while back. So, more abandoned cars. Let's take a look. All right, so we're gonna start here at the back of the car and work our way towards the front. Now, as you can see from the little name badge down here, this is a Mitsubishi Galant. Now, the Galant was in production by Mitsubishi from the late 60s to 2012, and if you haven't heard of the car, I'm not quite surprised. It was never really regarded as being anything other than that one car that rental companies got because it was cheap and they could buy them in bulk. It wasn't a very good car. In fact, it wasn't even a half-decent car, and I haven't really seen that many of them on the road at all, let alone this is one of the newer generation ones, or I should say newer. It was one of the last generations before the car was, well, taken out of production in 2012. And from the back, it looks, okay, apart from the fact the styling is hideous and resembles a Cadillac in a lot of ways, the styling is just very bland, but the condition the car is in from the back looks pretty fun. Like, if I was standing here, I would say that maybe this person doesn't exactly take care of the car, but I wouldn't say that it's a broken car. Apart from maybe this little, well, actually not little, very substantial dent over here. Now, working our way towards the front, we see some other signs of damage. Quite a large section of the back of the car is actually coming off, bodywork. Tires that I guarantee do not fit this car, or actually, in fact, these are definitely not the tires the car came with. And they do actually surprisingly match the ones at the front, which is kind of surprising for a car that's wrecked. Like, when we typically find these cars, they tend to have mismatched tires and a lot of additional parts that were supposed to be, I guess, performance-enhancing parts, but the person had no idea what they were doing. These tires, while they're definitely not the car's original tires, at least they do match on all four corners of the car. Okay, so here we have the notice of violation. Now, this is pretty important, at least to me. That's because this notice pretty much says that this car is going to be towed away because it's violated certain parameters, such as being parked here for too long or safety stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say, just by looking at the state of this car, that's probably violating both of those. And the reason it's so important to me is because this notice lets me know that, hey, this car's going to get towed away, so I can review this pretty much in depth. Anyway, what's really interesting about this specific notice, though, is the date it's going to be towed away on. That's May 28th, 2020. It's currently June 14th, 2020. This car said to be towed away quite a while ago, and it's still here. All right, so here we are, the front end of this car, aka this car's major damage done. I mean, just look at this. Front fender, front bumper. Now, sometimes people will remove the front fender and bumper of a car to get better access to some of the internal workings, either repair or modify them. But just judging by the state of this car overall, that's not the case. These were clearly removed because of or torn off in some sort of collision. Whether the car hit something or something hit it, I can't really tell. But definitely the front of this car was certainly involved in some sort of accident. I mean, look at this. Pieces are just hanging off over here. Dust everywhere. This tube's supposed to be connected to something. It is not. There's a plastic cup in here. This stuff. What is really cool about this, though, is we actually do have this really cool little 2.4 liter 16 valve Mitsubishi Mavic engine, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool little, very small engine, but very cool little engine. Sadly, I'll put in a very crappy car. But I mean, just look at this. There's dust everywhere. So even before the accident, you can kind of tell this guy, whoever owned this car, probably didn't take the best care of it. At least not enough to clean it out as regularly as they should if they really cared about the car. Which is sad. I mean, even though it's a pretty crappy car, and I like reviewing abandoned cars because, I mean, come on, it's fun to review abandoned cars. It is kind of sad to see a car just neglected like this. And no doubt it was just kind of placed here, you know, kind of just pushed over here onto the side after a crash of some sort. There's a chair over there. There's a chair of some sort over there. That is all. And back to the car. All right, so I was actually going to open up the front passenger side door and show you guys a bit more of the interior of the car, but apparently when the car got into whatever accident it got into, the crumpling of the front of the car kind of pinned the door against the bodywork, making it pretty much impossible to open. Like, I can get it to here, but anything past this is just... Oh, hold on. Ah, got it. Cool. And now I immediately wish I had not opened this door. Okay, so this type of stuff, the interior of the door coming away from the actual frame itself, that's pretty common. We saw that in the Mustang as well. I think a CD might have just fallen out. But yeah, this is pretty not great in here. It's a mesh wire, a variety of really everything, some sort of trash in the back here. That appears to be, yeah, that's that's the driver's side door. That's that. Okay. Literally the driver's side door is actually in the back seat. Glove box maybe? Nothing in there. I mean, makes sense. But this car, on the interior especially, is pretty messed up. Parts of it, I guess, like parts of the covering of the steering wheel have been stripped away. The driver's side door has been stripped away. It's again the back seat. This is just nasty. Like the Ford Mustang had some stuff in it. It was pretty messed up. The Hilux had some crap in it. We found a old school, like we found like a butane we found like an old school hand warmer in the glove compartment of the old Hilux. But this is just really messed up and just really gross in here. I'm gonna close the door now. What CD did we find? Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's I have no intention of ever going back in that car again. And I'm just not like, I think both the front seat of the Hilux and the Mustang I sat in at one point, or for the Hilux I had Theo sit in it, but I don't think anyone wants to sit in the front seat of this. Like that was got glass shards over it, and just the interior of this thing is just gross. So there's no like ease or release on the trunk for this thing, so I guess I actually will have to go back into the car if I want to find the button that probably controls this, because these ones have like, these types of ones tend to have like buttons in here that there is no door handle in this car. Oh boy. That was not pleasant. Yeah, this is really bad. Now, where would the button be? These like where buttons would be on. I guess this is probably just the base model of this car. Now, like the trunk release, it's typically, is it this? Nope. I don't know what that is. And actually, in all likelihood, the trunk release is probably damaged in the crash. At least the mechanism that opens the trunk. So we're probably not even getting probably actually even going to get to access that. The airbag did go off. This is from here. But, yeah. Chances are, even if the trunk release is in here, like even if I could find it, chances are it probably broke. And there's no way it's actually going to unlock what's supposed to unlock. There are pieces everywhere, circuit boards and stuff. Yeah, so trunk release, I'm not seeing it anywhere around here. Like most cars of this, I guess, era would have it down here, kind of. And I have a feeling that that's what that thing right here is, the thing I tried to pull earlier. But, I'm getting nothing out of that. And there's a bunch of just random stuff in here. Like, these, like, not all these are even car pieces, to be honest. Like, is that chicken wire? Is that what that is? But, the horn doesn't work, I don't think. Does it? Nah, horn doesn't work. Oh, that's actually kind of a disappointment. So that's, oh well, that's a bit sad. I was actually kind of interested to see what's in the trunk of this car, but I actually really do like this, like compliments to the car. Like it's as if before, it's a pretty crappy car overall, but very nice dashboard layout though, very basic. Yeah. So that's interesting. So yeah, no trunk release. So I think we're done with this car for now. Actually, no, we're done with this car. I never want to come back to this one at all. Like, these are definitely fun to review, abandoned cars, but that one was more trouble than it's worth, and it's, of all the three that I've reviewed in this channel before, this is definitely the grossest one so far. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. This thing's already abandoned. Let me see if I can take a part from this car. I mean, I'm probably gonna take. Like, I always take something from each car. I took the Mustang badge from the Mustang. I forget what we took, but we definitely took something from the Hilux a few years ago. Ooh, that door's still jammed. That's in there pretty tight. I was gonna try to get that, but nope. I cannot break off the keyboard lever. That sucks. All right, so it's always gonna be kind of hard to remove that. I obviously need tools. Maybe I could cut through with a saw or something, but I don't want to walk all the way back here with a saw because it's actually kind of far from my house. Anyway, I'm not giving up. I still want to get some sort of trophy off this car. It's a good one. So I'll see what I can do. If I find like a really thin piece of like solid metal, something kind of like a file, I could probably maybe, you know, get that badge off the back of the car. Anything back? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, does this back door open? It does. Oh, is that what I think that is? What is that? That is part of the car's grill. That is cool. All right, so I'm not quite sure what year this car is because I actually don't know really the generations of the Galant at all. But just judging by the general styling of the body, the fact that it has no cassette player but it does have a CD player, and the fact there's no proper USB charging thing in there, I just put in 2007 Mitsubishi Galant grill online, and I found that this is indeed half of the grill of the car from the front. That's awesome. Ooh, did this maybe come off? Not one-handed, at least. It's like plasticized rubber. That would have been cool to have the badge from the car. It's always awesome to have that, but... Oh. I'll settle for that. Alright, so in the end, I was actually able to obtain half the grille from the car, which is pretty cool. Sadly, I was not able to find anything to help pry the badge off the back of the car, so that's going to have to stay here. Oh well. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully soon for the continuation of Season 5. Until then, good night.